let's get into it. Yesterday's game with between the Indiana Fever and the Chicago Sky. Caitlin was going to the basket. It was a loose ball, and she sort of threw the elbow up. Didn't connect with Miss Carter, but it got close. And so, and here it is. I think we have the footage here where she sort of, yeah, there it is. Well, that's the shove. And we can go back a little bit before. You'll see where Caitlin sort of threw the elbow up there. I think this is it right there. You go. There you go. Little elbow. But then going down the other end, like we normally do, Marv, we get it back, right? We're not, this is a equal opportunity game. And so Miss Carter gave her a little love tap. And the world is losing their minds right now. The world is losing their minds. So, Marv, I'm gonna throw it back to you. You played. I'm sure this has happened to you on numerous occasions. What do you think about the little shove that Miss Carter, that everybody wants her thrown out the league or suspended for right now? What do you think about it?
I mean, the society, the league and the WNBA is much more physical than the NBA. I've been on record saying that. That I feel that way. But man, this is soft as wet notebook paper, man. Like, come on, man. Like, this is just get back. She threw an elbow. She came down and she wanted to make sure that she sent the message to Caitlin Clark, and everybody losing their mind. I wish people would have lost their mind about Angel Reese getting throat slapped and thrown to the floor. Clothesline. Yeah. I wish we would have had that reaction to that, but we certainly didn't have a reaction, to that. But because I guess she's the hood princess and all that kind of stuff, she can take it, but Caitlin can't take it. Like, this is absurd, man. The girl came and she hit her back, like you said, Lee. It's a get back. I don't know why we going all crazy about this. It is what it is. It's part of the game. Yeah, Miss Keaton, it was a great acting job. So I'm a little bit over it at this point. I'm not against Caitlin Clark, but this is just becoming overboard at this point. And I think that Miss Carter said what she felt about it. She said, what did she do besides shoot threes? Like, the girl was trying. The girl was giving her honest. The young woman was giving her honest opinion about what she felt about Caitlin Clark. And you know what? To be honest, with all you Caitlin Clark fans, I get it. I know you want to support her, and I know you want to, have her back and all this kind of stuff. But this is good for WNBA, right? This is good to have some adversity and some people going against each other and creating some rivalries and creating some things that make the game worth watching beyond her shooting some step back threes, right? This is good for the game. So stop protecting her. Caitlin Clark can protect herself. And I think that Draymond Green said the best thing when they say you better get an enforcer on Indiana. That's what you need. So go out there and get you an enforcer so you can have her back, just like every other team, just like the Bulls did for Jordan, just like they, everybody did for all your superstars. Go get her an enforcer, call it a day, and stop crying about it. It's basketball. The girl went at her. She went at the girl. Let's keep playing.
Kippy Bannister said it's basketball and it's ridiculous. Remember this. Dennis Rodman was a great basketball player when he played for the Pistons, Marv. Everybody loved Rodman. He was a great player. But he didn't get the stardom that he had until he started acting out and was a malcontent, but still had the talent. And so, like you said, people like that train wreck. People like that. I've always said it's good for the game. It's very good for the game. And so I much to do about nothing. Elliott Lyons should have been a flagrant 2. Blindside shot should not be tolerated. I don't care if it was Caitlin or anybody. I feel you on that.
But I think they upgraded it. I think they upgraded it.
Didn't
they upgrade it to a flagrant 1? I think they've upgraded it.
They upgraded to a flagrant 1, I think, but Elliott said it should have been a flagrant 2, which would have gotten her thrown out the game. So, the other thing I want to say, but good point, Elliott. Another thing I want to say is how Caitlin handled it at the press conference. I would have liked her to say something like, "It's basketball, y'all. That was just a love tap. It happens every day. On to the next question." But instead, she sort of carried on. That's not a basketball play. Nobody, and I get it, but nobody wants to hear that, right? Nobody wants to hear that. Just play on, go at it, keep working on your craft. Your team got a big win. You don't even need to put any energy on that because it wasn't a basketball play, but it happens in basketball all the time. So I get it, like you said, Marv, how the fan base is just up in arms. But yeah, I would like to her to just move on from it and just say, look, that's part of basketball. You got a great
You know,
win, so it was good. Go ahead, Mark.
I got to say this, and look, man, I don't know, when it got to the point where you can't talk basketball anymore. Like if you point out things that people are deficient in, you hating. No, it's not hate. It's just pointing out deficiencies in somebody's game. Like, and I don't get why we got to the point where everybody feels like they have to defend Caitlin Clark. Like, she has deficiencies in her game. Okay, that's just being factual. Anybody who watches the game will tell you that. I'm not saying she's not a good player, but
Yeah,
she got a little streak in her as well. So when she got a streak in her and she go at people and then somebody want to come back at her, it's somebody else's fault and it's not Caitlin Clark. Just like when she brushed the girl off at USC and everybody wanted to talk about what a competitor she was, but it wasn't really disrespectful to the game. And then Angel Reese shows passion. She's hood and
right.
she's flagrant and she's aggressive. When Tom Brady showed it, he was passionate. When somebody else did it, they was a menace to the team. When Terrell Owens did it, he was a menace, right?
And
So
it's to
I don't know.
society.
I don't know when we got to this point. Like, this is just basketball. This has
Yeah,
nothing else to do with anything. It is
yeah,
strictly basketball, and since basketball has been played, this has gone on. And you lucky that the league has gotten so soft, because back in the day, she wouldn't be going across the lane without getting knocked in the chin or in the chest, like it was back in the NBA and the WNBA back in the days. Like, so you really lucky. But I just
yeah,
the Caitlin Clark fans just kind of get on my nerves a little bit, because I mean, it is what it is, right? To much is given, much is expected, and
yeah.
this is part of what's come with what you've achieved and what you've been given. So this is part of what comes with it. So deal with it.
Yeah, you got to play through it. The one thing I always say about MJ Marv, MJ played through it all, and he became a champion. All the knocks out of the air, all the clotheslining, all of the Jordan rules things, and he became a champion. And that's what I want to see from Caitlin. Just keep grinding, get your team better. They played a good game, got a big win against the Sky. You know, focus on that and don't buy into the hype. You know, talk basketball, move on to the next game. Marv, I want to get into this Jalen.